Hi, I'm going to be playing chess and listen to Sam Shamoun talk about the irrational teachings of Muhammad and listen to trance music too. And anyway, I'm beating the computer and maybe I'll continue beating it. Yeah.
You know where the sun travels. Remember we read the hadith from Bukhari? And he goes, Allah and His Messenger
I'll
know
go
best.
back a
He
little
goes,
bit.
it travels to the throne and it prospers before the throne. Notice it's the same Abu Dhar, and the subject again is the earth. And Alexander
This
the
is Sam Shamoun.
Great actually found it. That's the literal meaning of the Arabic. I know some people try to twist Arabic, says, no, it just means that that's what he saw.
Okay,
That's
I'm going to be
impression
playing
he
the
got.
computer.
No, it says he found its setting place.
I'll be white this time, the computer will be black.
But you know who settles the deal for us? Now they'll say, no, that's your interpretation. You're not an Arabic scholar. You're a Christian disbeliever who wants to interpret the Quran in the worst possible light imaginable because you hate Allah and His Messenger. Okay, I'm a Catholic. I'm a disbeliever. I don't believe in this book. I believe this book satanic in origin. Not to be unnecessarily offensive, but I have to speak the truth in love because it contradicts the only true revelation that God has given mankind, the Holy Bible, that points to Jesus Christ as their only hope for salvation. Okay, I'm a Catholic. Forget about me. How did Muhammad interpret this passage? How did Muhammad understand the phrase, he found the setting place of the sun? Did he understand that metaphorically or phenomenologically from Alexander the Great's perspective? Or did Muhammad actually believe that the sun literally, physically sets at some place in the earth? You don't need to guess. Let me read what an authentic narration attributed to Muhammad says. This is deemed Sahih. This comes from Sunan Abu Dawud. Sunan Abu Dawud. I'm going to use two particular English translations of Sunan Abu Dawud. Now this number that I'm quoting here, I'm trying to get you the exact reference so people don't think I'm misquoting. It's Sunan Abu Dawud, English translation with explanatory notes, translated by Professor Ahmad Hassan. Ahmad Hassan translated Sunan Abu Dawud. This is his particular translation, so I'm going to give you the reference, lest someone accuse me, right, of distorting or misreading sources. Volume 3, chapters 1338 to 1890, right? And I believe it's book 25. Yeah, book 25, Kitab al-Aruf wal-Al-Qirat, book of dialects and readings of the Quran. Chapter 1498, page 1112. And the hadith number that I have here is 2948. 2948 in the Arabic version. That's the Arabic version. The English numbering given by Hassan is 3991. 3991, volume 3 of the English translation of Sunan Abu Dawud by Ahmad Hassan. See, I want you to go back and check these references. And this particular hadith is on our website. Go to answeringislam.org, look at individual authors, click on my name, Sam Shamoun, and you're going to find this article, what Muhammad believed about the setting of the sun. Now let me read it to you. I'm going to read another English version done by Salafi Muslim. Let me read this. Number 3991 in the Arabic number is 2948. Okay, now let me read it. Abu Dhar said, now you remember who Abu Dhar is? But why is he relevant to our discussion? This is the same Abu Dhar who Muhammad asked, do you know where the sun travels? Remember? I remember we read the hadith from Bukhari. And he goes, Allah and His Messenger know best. He goes, it travels to the throne and it prospers before the throne. Notice it's the same Abu Dhar, and the subject again is about the sun. You got Islamic standpoint. Abu Dhar is an authority on the sun. Because in both hadiths, the one that's speaking about the sun traveling to Allah's throne and prostrating, seeking permission to return on his throne, and this one was narrated to Abu Dhar. So I guess Abu Dhar spent quite a lot of time with Muhammad learning about cosmology. So again, Abu Dhar said, I was sitting behind the Apostle of Allah, who was riding a donkey while the sun was setting. He asked, do you know where this sets? I replied, Allah and His Apostle know best. Don't forget to ask him about that. Notice again, well, Allah, like the first time, you know better. You and Allah know better. I don't know where the sun goes to and where it sets. Now watch this. Muhammad said, it sets in a spring of warm water. Hamiyah. Does that sound metaphorical or literal?
Well, for a prophet who wants to educate his people, I don't think he would say that unless you really meant it. I mean,
Of course,
that's what you meant to say.
Well, especially when he says, do you know where it sets? He doesn't say, do you know where it appears to be setting?
Yeah.
Where it appears to be setting. No, it sets in a spring of warm water. This hadith is deemed sahih, authentic. In fact, let me
Oh,
read
shit.
the
I'll skip
Darul
it.
Salam version of this particular hadith.
Yeah,
Darul
I'm
Salam
losing
is a
him.
Salafi publication
Yeah.
that has actually produced its own English translation of Sunan Abu Dawud, as well as some of the others. In their particular version, this is volume 4, Darul Salam publication, volume 4, the book of the recitations and readings of the Quran, page 375, volume 4, page 375, and the hadith number is 4002. 4002. See, I want Muslims to prove me wrong. Muslims prove I'm a liar. Go and show that I misquoted the sources. Let me read it. Let me read it. Okay. Now, this is their particular, same hadith, but the way they render it. It was narrated that Abu Dhar said, I was riding behind the Messenger of Allah while he was on a donkey, and the sun was setting. He said, do you know where this sun sets? I said, Allah and His Messenger know best. He said, it sets in a spring of water. Classification, Sahih. This is a sound narration. So Muslim, don't call me and tell me this is a weak, fraudulent, fabricated hadith. No, your Muslim scholars say it's Sahih, meaning sound, completely reliable, especially when this very statement that it sets in a spring of water is found in the Quran itself, chapter 1886. So here's my question to you. Then I'm going to give you 4 to mention your hadith. But we do have to take a couple calls, but I want to give you some time because I know you got some hadith. Okay, now, here's my question. If the Sunnah elaborates the Quran, and here I just quoted a Sahih hadith, meaning sound without dispute, where Muhammad, whom no one knows the Quran better than him, right? Does Shabir Ali know the Quran better than Muhammad?
No.
What about Jamal Badawi?
No.
None of these guys?
No.
So when these taqiyas, meaning deceivers and concealers, come and say, well, it doesn't mean that, the Arabic means this. But then their prophet says, no, the sun actually physically sets in a spring of water. If I'm a Muslim, whose opinion am I supposed to uphold? Theirs or Muhammad?
Obeying Muhammad is obeying Allah.
Didn't you quote that in the
We
previous
quoted that. We did that in the last show.
But hold on. But if I hold on to what Muhammad said, then this is a clear scientific blunder, a gross scientific mistake, because the sun is much bigger than the earth, and if the sun were to get that close to the earth, it would burn it up.
Well, that tells you what Muhammad thought of the makeup of the universe. For one, the earth has to be flat.
Yes.
Because if you can find the place where the sun goes down into on the earth, and you can see the place where it comes up out of the earth, then that means the earth has to be one giant plane.
And the Quran confirms that. Chapter 88, verse 20 says, have they not seen how we flatten the earth, made the earth flat? Chapter 88, verse 20. So right there, you're right. The Quran agrees. Go on. Number 2, and then what's number 2? Remember, he's the prophet, right?
Yes.
He explained it this way, right?
Then the universe is made up of one large plane, which is the earth. Above it is the sky that we see with all the heavenly bodies, with the moon and the sun, and I'm assuming the moon. They're both intelligent beings who can speak and bow down and perform actions and worship Allah. I guess the stars, they do that also. Then above them is Allah's throne. That's the roof of the universe. And there's 4 pillars being held up by gigantic angels.
But wait, come on. These are information beyond our understanding, and it has to do with the realm of the unseen. And only Allah and His Messenger know the unseen. How dare you question this?
But I'm told constantly by Muslims all the scientific evidence and proof of the Quran. So it can't be both ways.
You got it. If science, you're saying, if science is good enough to prove the Quran, then science is good enough to false the Quran. But notice how Muslims operate. When the Quran seems to agree with science, you can use it. But when science clearly proves that the Quran is an error and that Muhammad made major blunders, you can no longer use science because Muhammad is speaking of the realm of the unseen, a realm that even scientists don't know much about. In fact, they don't know anything about unless they're prophets.
Well, we can't see the whole entire universe, but we can see our
You got it.
You can see up to past the sun.
Mystery. As Muslim dawah mockingly and blasphemously say about us, and talk about the triunity of God, mockingly and blasphemously.
So we say that God's nature is a mystery to our human mind.
That how it can be triune and so forth. Yeah.
But they say, no. They bring it down a couple of levels. to the creation. Not that God's nature is a mystery, but the sun and the makeup of the solar system. That's the mystery.
And obviously, we don't know much about the universe, but what we do know is this: that the sun does not travel to any throne, nor does it set in any place on the earth. That we know for a fact. Because if it did, we'd see it now, right? Because the sun is perfectly.
That computer is fast on. I gotta watch it. He could take that queen so easy. I've gotta really watch my moves here.
Again, these are some
I'm gonna go back a little bit with the Sam Shamoun here.
Are full of errors, irreconcilable errors with history.
Yeah, go back a bit.
In fact, they don't know anything about it unless they're
But we can't we see at least, well, we can't see the whole entire universe, but we can see our solar system.
You got it, yeah.
We can see up to past the sun.
Mystery. As Muslims who are into dawah mockingly and blasphemously say about us, when we talk about the triunity of God, mockingly and blasphemously.
So we say that God's nature is a mystery to our human minds.
Is that how it can be triune and so forth? Yeah.
But they say, no. They bring it down a couple of levels to the creation.
No,
Not that God's nature is a mystery, but the sun and the makeup of the solar system. That's the mystery.
And obviously, we don't know much about the universe, but what we do know is this, definitely. The sun does not travel to any place, nor does it set in any place on the earth. That we know for a fact. Because if it did, we'd see it now, right? You got it. Because the sun is a perfectly distance of 93 million miles away. Any closer to the fortress, any further.
Beat the computer again.
Again, these are some evidence proving that the Quran and the Sunnah are full of errors, irreconcilable errors with history and science.